people, we are here. This is Friday. Damn, time is going by. We in March. Damn.
What's the day? The 5th or the
No,
6th?
man, today the 6th.
The 6th. February, March
6th of
6th.
March. 6th of March. Man, the 6th of March. Shit. Time is just rolling on by, man. It's just rolling on by. Whew, there's not enough time in the day for me. It's not. It's not enough
Well, you
time
got to
in the day.
start doing like me, bro, and wake up at 2:30, 3 o'clock.
Man, I can't function at 2:30. When 2:30, 3 o'clock in the morning, man, all I can do is just sit there and watch TV. Watch all the oh man, I have a system and stuff here at my house and stuff, and I can pull in probably, oh man, any damn thing that I want to hear or see and stuff in all around the world. Everything. It's unbelievable what I can do. I have access, man, to at least 20,000 different movies and series and stuff like that, man. Stuff going all the way back to the 60s. I even found out where I can give
Hey, do you have teacher's pet?
Teacher's Pet.
Yeah,
Is that a movie or a series?
the movie by Clark Gable and Doris Day.
I can probably get it somewhere. I'm pretty sure I can get it.
If you can
I'm
get
pretty,
it, send it to me.
yeah. I get matter of fact, I even got uh man, I reached back to some of them old series flicks, Jack Webb. Yeah, what's his name? He's a sergeant in
When he
Los
kept,
Angeles, sergeant
he
in the
had
Los
somebody
Angeles
named
Police
Friday. I
Force.
know that. I remember that.
Yeah, that's fine. That's Sergeant Friday. Yep, that was him. I got some. I watched some of his stuff the other day. Old stuff, man. Black and white.
These kids
Oh
don't know nothing about no black and white.
man, shoot. They had some daggone good stuff in black and white, man. Whew. I'm telling you, man, I just sit there. That's all I do, man. I just search through stuff, man, and find stuff to watch. And now they've got on for media and stuff and everything. We lately, what they have done is that they have taken Tyler Perry in particular and stuff has allowed some of these black artists and everything to produce movies and stuff at his theater. And they are not the big time on theater movies and stuff like that, but they're like all big time movies. And a lot of those folks, man, produce some damn good movies. And they have their own production companies and stuff and everything that they work with.
You talking about on Tubi?
Uh, to be, I have, oh man, there's a app called Streamo. Uh, there's another app and everything. Man, I have about 5 or 6 apps, man, that pulls in all kinds of movies and stuff along. I know I have Tubi also, but I have a bunch of other ones and stuff and everything. It's about 4 or 5 I have that that you can pull down off the internet and everything, and those things pull in different kinds of movies and stuff, man. Big time movies. You name it, it's on there. I can find it. These folks, these geeks out there and stuff, man, they got all kind of stuff going on. Now I don't like Tubi as much as I did when it first started out. Tubi's got more ads and stuff now than they had when it first started out. And I have a VPN and stuff and everything, and with my VPN, um, I can be in any place in the world. and they'll bring in ads and stuff for that particular city. I can go into Virginia and stuff and use their VPN there, and I get all the ads and stuff for Richmond, Virginia, and stuff like that, or Seattle, Washington, and stuff like that, Chicago, Montreal, because they think I'm in Montreal or they think I'm in Chicago because of VPN. But I pay for a virtual private network to keep people from finding me. So I get a chance to watch a lot of stuff, man. A whole lot of stuff. Lots of stuff. It's, mm, it's unbelievable, mind blowing. And I don't have uh, no contract and stuff with YouTube TV or any of them folks and stuff and everything, Comcast or nothing. I use my internet and I can pull in anything I want. So anyway, what's going on today? A lot of shit. A lot of stuff. A lot of stuff. One thing that I had to bring up, man, is India. Modi. I did not know that a couple of months ago he took his ass to Israel and was all buddy buddy with Bibi. And after this was after Trump had dogged him out and told him he was going to give his country a 50% tariff, and he turned around, Modi, and went and joined the BRICS. Well, for some reason or another, he decided that he wanted to toot his little ass up and everything because he wanted to go back and get into the good graces of Donald Trump. And the usual happened. Donald stuck him in their ass and shit and slapped him in the face.
You know why he did that?
he cause he can do it. He likes
No,
he likes.
I'm talking about Prime Minister of India. Why he came back to Donald Trump?
Why you think he came back to Donald Trump?
Man, do you realize how well these Indians are doing here in America? They told him, because a lot of them are Republicans, bro.
Well,
They probably told him, say, look, hey, we making too much money over here. We got all our doctors, engineers, all our high tech people here, and they banking. And you sitting around there on this BS with Russia and China.
well, he's getting screwed. Donald is screwing the shit out of him. He is not getting. Only people that's getting anything is the folks in the United States, not the people in his country. The people in his country and stuff and everything are hurting real bad. So I don't understand. You got these folks here in the United States who making money, millions and billions of dollars, probably billions of dollars. And then you got 1.6 billion people in your country and stuff that's suffering because you can't get shit done. And China's trading with them, trying to keep them above, keep their heads above water. He was getting oil from Russia, and Trump told him he better not get no oil from Russia. So now that Iran is not throwing out any oil and everything, his people is getting screwed.
Well, I don't know what Trump's doing.
Nobody knows. I don't think he knows. I don't believe he knows. Now, yesterday, I remember I mentioned to you that Zelensky he begged Zelensky to come over to the Middle East and help them with those drone strikes. Well, yesterday he turned around and dogged Zelensky out, told him he needs to settle that daggone war with Russia because it was his fault. You need to settle this war because it's your fault. Now the man that just told him you're gonna come on and help him, and then he's gonna tell him, let Putin screw you in the butt and everything, and you're supposed to take it. I don't believe. I don't. The man decided to help him, and he go screw him. What the hell is going on? I don't know.
Man, look, I take everything he say with a grain of salt, and anything come out of his mouth is a lie.
This
That's what
daggone
I do.
war. This daggone war over there in Iran and in Israel is just destroying the place. Gas prices going up. Everything is all screwed up.
You got two people that want to stay in power, bro. That's all that is.
And for some reason or another, and I know why it's happening and stuff because Israel doesn't want people to know how bad it is there in their country. I know they bomb the crap out of Iran, and Iran don't give a crap because most of their shit is under the ground, but Israel shit is on top of the ground, and them daggone Iranians is bombing the shit out of Israel. Tel Aviv is getting beat to death and everything, but they're not saying anything about it. They trying to keep a blackout going. They don't want to know exactly what the heck is happening there. But whenever this thing is over with, they're gonna need some major nation building over there in Israel. So they tearing that shit out of them. And the Iranian foreign minister got on what is it, NBC or something and everything, and the commentator says, "Well, United States is going to send some ground troops over there to Iran. What you got to say about that?" And the man said, "Bring it on." He said, "Bring them on." And the host, you can see he had a big old surprise on his face because he was expecting a different answer. And the guy just sat there calmly and said, "Well, bring it on. We expected him." Oh man, Ted, I do not want to see any more of our American troops and stuff and everything get killed over there on some bullshit. We ain't, we done had enough of these wars, man. We done had enough. After we got embarrassed in Afghanistan and Iraq, you had to leave them daggone countries and stuff and everything. Left Afghanistan, them boys came right back and took the country over again. So after 20 years of fighting and trillions of dollars, they right back there. Af- Iraq, same thing going on. Went over there, messed with them people for all the many years, and had to leave. Now we back over there again. What the hell is going on with us? That when we realize and stuff with everything, war just ain't going to get it. It's not going to do it. You're going to have to figure out some other kind of way to deal with people and stuff and everything and still be successful. And we can do that. Now, we bought out of weaponry over there. And Trump is lying his ass off about he got plenty of weaponry over there. We got I know that they had a meeting today with all their military contractors, and I know that they had the generals and stuff there, and all of them are trying to put their heads together to find out how they can produce some more intercept weapons. How are they going to do it? They already said they can only make 57 of them in a year, but they said they might get up to 1,000 in a year. They're going to need more than that. Going to need more than that. How are they going to get this stuff produced? I have no idea. And guess what? The folks who were sitting down there, Ray Thom and all them other folks and stuff, building our weaponry and stuff, them CEOs and stuff is making millions of dollars off the United States. Millions, billions probably. We're gonna have to pay.
Well, we talked about this a month ago, 2 months ago. And we had read, both of us had read that Iranians can make 1,000 of these little planes with bombs on them, cost $20,000 or less, and just send them on out. And that's what they're doing. Our bombs cost millions of dollars. Theirs cost thousands of dollars.
Thousands, millions. Every time they shoot one up, there was $1 million
Or more.
or more. Every time they shoot one up, there's $1 million or more. And Israel is putting a whole bunch of them up there in the air. Millions of dollars going down. We got to pay for it because they need some more. Got to have some more, or Israel is not going to be protected. We're going to have to figure out a better way. Ted, if them people over there in Iran can figure out how to make a goddamn missile for $20,000, why in the hell can't we figure out how to make something and everything a hell of a lot cheaper than $1 million a goddamn piece? Now I know we got enough brain power in this daggone country that we can figure out how to produce that shit and everything a hell of a lot cheaper. And they probably are. But they just want to charge our military all kinds of money and everything. So they want us to pay for that shit, but they know damn well they can probably produce that daggone item and stuff for a hell of a lot less than $1 million. But they can get away with it because shit, we got a $1 trillion budget for the military. Fuck it, pay $1 billion. Hey, we charge y'all $1 billion. The United States pay it. Instead of turning around there and saying, damn it, I know you guys can produce this shit for a lot cheaper than that. Everybody got to get rich off of us. And now they want another $50 billion. He said he's going back to Congress for another $50 billion for some armory over there in that war. We can't give $50 billion to pay for our health care. $50 billion to pay for these people's health care for at least a year or two. He can give them armament, or we can't get no daggone health care.
Well, here's the thing, though, man. There's always an aftermath. It's always an aftermath. And I don't think these Iranians are going to be like Iraqis and Afghanistan. Although the United States is still putting money into their coffers and keeping them from coming over here. We're still giving them hundreds of billions of dollars. So, because if you break it, you gotta fix it. United States is sick. We're sick. We have Martin. I keep saying this over and over again. Martin Luther King said it. Materialism, militarism, and racism. They sick. They making money, and the gas prices. Look at the gas prices. The gas prices here, I don't know what they are there, but they done went up to almost $3.50 a gallon.
That's what it is here too.
I was buying gas for $2.45,
Yep.
and that's the beginning of it. Pretty soon it's going to be $4 a gallon.
Yes, sir. If it lasts any longer, yes.
So food prices going up. So, but Trump don't care.
Nope.
He don't care.
He don't care. He don't care. Long as his people ain't saying nothing about it, his billionaire friends is happy because they can afford to pay it. He don't give a crap if they got to pay $3.50 a gallon.
See, these MAGA people, they're a cult. And their leader, their whole big fight was the pedophilia and wars. No wars, and let's catch the pedophiles. And they found out, they effed around and found out who's the pedophile and closed the border. Those are the only three things that, you know, they was counting on. Now the interest rates is in jeopardy because we had the job market is 92,000 below, lost 92,000 jobs the month
In
of February.
February.
And so they had already lowered the interest rate to 50 basis points in the last year. And the interest rates is popping up to about 3.25, going up to 4. And so as far as the, I apologize, not the interest rate, but the thing that's going up is the cost of living going up. So right now, you know, you and I survived 10% interest rates back in the 70s. We know how to survive. It's a little tougher now because we're older, but we've seen worse, much worse. So nobody's panicking. The younger people are not panicking because the parents, if you raised your kids halfway decent, you know, they pretty much know what to do and they take care of themselves fairly well. They know how to hustle. And but the point is that when you get up in age, your hustling is over. So the elderly people are the ones that's going to hurt the worst. And if you don't have kids that can support or assist or whatever the case may be, these elder people are going to be hurting. We ain't even talking, you know, and I think when you look at it right now, It's going to have to be the community. It's going to have to assist. I don't know what we're going to do about healthcare and um, displacing these people, because right now I haven't heard or even seen any evacuations for these people that's in these senior homes, these places where these people are living. And you know they're paying $3 and $4 and $5,000 a month, and a lot of them is on Medicaid.
They paying more than that. You looking at 6,000 a month for being in them homes minimum.
So, and a
There
lot
was
of these
yeah
homes are going out of business. They're going out of business right now.
yeah. Well, the when they passed that big beautiful bill last April, March or April, they uh they scheduled the major part of that devastation and stuff to happen after the midterm this year. Once that midterm is over here, the bulk of them there gonna cuts and stuff going to happen in Medicaid. It was purposely did and stuff and everything so we get a pass so they can at least stay in office until after midterm.
I'm gonna ask you a question here. You political astute. What's going on with the Latinos? How many times do you have to bump your head? I don't
Ted,
get.
there's a there's a desperation in those people. There's a desperation in those people, and they desperately want to stay in favor and stay in this country, and they will buy, sell, or do anything they can to stay here, and they don't care how much some of their people get screwed. They don't care. Some of their people and stuff get thrown out of this country. Too bad. They let them go. They're going to continue to do what they can to appease the folks and stuff who are in power. The way they are, country they came from. They don't care about if their neighbor and stuff is killed or destroyed or whatever, as long as they can survive. That's the desperation in them. So it makes
Well, I can understand that because they're runners.
yeah.
They're not fighters. They're runners. And there's nothing wrong with running. I'm not putting that down because their parents ran, you know, and they was born here. And now they can vote, and they've been programmed by their parents. You need to vote for the Republicans or whatever the
Or
case may be, or vote.
or or they're gonna vote for the people who in power who got money. Whatever
Well,
they say.
if you think about what we're doing now, they're already threatened Cuba now, and Venezuela. Next thing you know, they're already assisted as far as talking about Mexico. Now, here's the thing: you got to look at this at the realistic thing. You have North Korea, you have China, and you have Russia. They don't like America, and China likes us because we'll sell them anything, you know, because America's for sale. They got the money. So they come here open up businesses, make their money. Russia likes us because they white and they can play the game. They're hustlers. They open up all kinds of nightclubs and a few businesses here and there. So they understand the geographics, or I should say the population and the ethnics of this country and how many different nationalities there are in this country. And they have figured it out. They got the numbers, bro. They ain't stupid. They know that the original Americans that's been here for hundreds of years or even 200 years is dying out. The America that we know now is no longer. What we grew up with is no longer. What we was fighting for is no longer. That's why we didn't took a step back, step up, and then we got 2 steps back. We try to unify with everybody. And when I say we, I'm talking about black people, but they don't want to unify with us. That's just a fact. Because we are the original black people that's been here for hundreds of years. But if you go around the world in different countries, all our black people, whether they came from Africa or whatever, they all been treated just as bad as we have been. That is the MO for black people in other countries as well as this country. In Israel, in Iran, in Dubai, in France, you name it. Wherever we are, we live in the hood. The opportunities are limited. That's just the way it is. I mean, it shouldn't be, but that's just the way it is because you cannot unify. The strongest person that tried to unify us was Jesse Jackson. Then President Obama tried to do it. But he who controls the goal makes the decision, bro. And we don't make and we don't control the goal. Now we got a lot of gold, some of our people, but they know if they open their mouth, they'll take it away from them. So the people that's controlling, the ones that's controlling the goal. And they know how to come for you. So, and the people are not willing to rise up. Yeah, you got some people, you know, like you had that almost 10 million people marching in one day, and you got protests going on now about the war and all of that stuff. But majority of the people, 85% of the people, they're trying to live their life. I still got my job. I can still pay my mortgage, pay my car note. And you don't much blame them. Ain't nobody putting nobody down. But what I'm saying is that the people are voting against their own worst enemy because in their mind, the billionaires is going to create the jobs. They have the wherewithal of, shipping products and all that kind of stuff. So we sort of kind of like in a survival mode, in my opinion. We're in a survival mode here. And how do we survive? That's the question. How do we survive in this modern day world
Like we
where
always.
potentially we can drive, pretty much fairly safe from state to state, and we can go to different places, and because every acre, every foot is being affected by what's going on and the decisions that they're making. So no matter where you go, they all feeling it. Nevada is pretty much shut down. Las Vegas, California is overran by undocumented and legal Latinos who's just want to survive, keep their head down and keep it moving. You got 30% of the people in California, bro. That's a lot of people.
Mm-hmm.
Florida here, they're doing the same thing. So the question is that how do we as a people, black people I'm talking about, survive? I don't know.
Just like we always have.
Right. That's exactly what I'm saying.
Just like
And
we
we know
always
how to
have.
do that.
Just like we always have. We're gonna make it. It's just a little rougher. That's all. Create some problems for you, and make it a little rougher for you. Tighten up them belts and keep on going. And
But
the
now,
secret and the secret of it is to keep getting up. Don't lay down. We've been known not to lay down. We just keep getting up. Keep getting up. You're gonna be okay. But the worst part in the world is to lay down and let the world run over the top of you.
well,
Lay
here's the
down.
grapevine, though. I mean, I'm a realist. They always been saying this paperless society, cash, no cash. Everything will be paid by debit cards and credit cards and Bitcoin currency and digital currency, all that kind of stuff. So the transition and the reason why this is all is because they even talking about how do we pay the debt. They even talk about using uh, digital currency to pay off the debt. So we don't know. We don't have any kind of modest moniker of where this country is going because we have all of these different uh, want to be important figureheads that's trying to not only dupe black people but dupe brown people, and at the same time they duping their own people, but they're doing it in a slower way. So how do we? And the thing is that these people do not realize that they're being duped. They feel it. They know it to a certain degree. Hey, this ain't right. What's going on here? I just spent $100, only got 3 bags of groceries. I just went to the filling station and I just paid $50 for a tank of gas. They feel it. And see, you can only use those credit cards for so long,
Why you say that?
because that's what people are paying. That's what they're doing. They're paying everything through credit cards.
Yeah, but you can still use them as long as you pay them off.
Yeah, but a lot of these people can't pay these credit cards off. They just get another one. If your credit score is 660, 630, or 700, you can accumulate 20 credit cards, and they give you 15, 2,000, 3,000, $5,000 a credit card, and you still got a kind of a decent job, you know, and it's not taking care of all your expenses, so you just kind of just pay the minimum because they're trying to survive. So they ain't feeling it yet. They ain't feeling it because they got all those credit cards they use.
Got a question for you. Why did you ask me about those Hispanics?
Well, the reason why I asked you that is because there is some conversation going on talking about Jasmine Crockett.
And what was that?
Well, they're running around talking about Jasmine Crockett was bragging, talking to a bunch of black people saying, we ain't going back to picking cotton no more.
That's true.
Well, they took it as though, a lot of these Latinos who are adults now, their parents came here picking produce.
Correct.
And they used to go from Florida to Georgia to California, whatever season it was, and they used to have to travel. And then some of them stayed and just been undocumented because they wanted to get their kids' education. So a lot of
Yep.
them has graduated from college, got themselves a decent job, learned a little bit. So now they feel as though, not that they're better than us, but just as good as us. And they have ambitions. They're hungry.
So because you were saying then, because she says that we're not going to go back, that our people is not going to go back to picking cotton, that they upset about this because they think that she has denigrated them because she said that we're not going to go back and
Because
pick
that's
cotton.
where a lot of them, how they made their money. Coming here, picking produce.
But what I don't understand why they would think that that's a bad thing if somebody from a race says I'm not going to go back and pick cotton, that it would have something to do with denigrating them. I don't see how that statement and stuff denigrates them as a people. That we said we're not going to go back and pick cotton. I don't see anything wrong with it because if one of the Hispanics told me, said, well, my people ain't going to go back to the fields and pick no cabbages and get out in the fields, that's fine. I don't have no problem with that. That's everybody wants to advance. So maybe I'm seeing it differently than other
You
folks.
are.
I don't
You
know.
are seeing it differently because I can see where I would be offended by that because they're assuming that she was talking about them because she is for, you know, talking about, she's for proper immigration and helping these people that's undocumented.
Correct. That's what I'm saying. So why would I don't understand why they would say that they would buy because she put her job and her life on the line going down there to try to come to these immigration centers and stuff and everything to help the folks down there. So I don't that doesn't I don't I
You
don't
might
see
not,
that.
you might not, Ed, but I can see it.
I'm trying to help them. She's trying to help them. She ain't it, and she's doing a hell of a lot more than
They
some of
do
their
not
own people.
care about these undocumented people.
They don't care about them.
These Latinos do not care.
Oh wow, that's their people.
No, they're not. You have so many people that are coming from the Latin countries, all kinds, El Salvadorians, Nicaraguans, all of these different types of people coming over here, bro. So they don't care.
I think that's a
As
cop
far as
out.
they're concerned, send them back.
I think that's a cop out. I think that's a cop out. They just
They
trying to
don't consider
justify.
them.
They just trying
These
to
people are
justify
tribal.
not
These are tribal people.
that
I
they.
mean, this is nothing wrong with that, but I mean, they are tribal people. They stick with their own. If you
That's the
Mexican, they go Mexican people gonna deal with Mexican people. If you El
hell
Salvadorian, you gonna
that
stick with El
that
Salvadorian.
that other son of a gun. He ain't sticking with them. He don't give a shit about them Hispanics.
Who are you talking about?
Talarico, or whatever the hell his name is. He don't give a shit about them.
They voted. The reason why they voted for him because they think he's the best bet because he's a white boy.
Well, Ted, we're at the end of our show. I'm laughing because that shit is funny as hell. That's a cop out. I think that's a bullshit cop out. But
Oh,
still,
I agree.
yeah,
I'm
oh,
just telling you their
that's a
logic,
fucking
bro.
cop out.
I'm telling you that's their logic.
That's a bullshit
That's
cop
their
out.
logic. And every national person, these people are tribal. Look at the Somalians. Look at the Haitians. They're tribal, bro. Look at the Ethiopians. They're tribal. They stick with their own. They just come here to get a good job, make some money, and then live around their own people.
There's another way.
This is tribal.
There's another way that these white folks should throw out some bullshit to divide and conquer these people. That's all.
Yeah, that's right.
Divide,
they know how to divide people.
divide, and conquer.
They know how to divide people.
And they use the dollars and stuff and everything.
And then you have these I don't like to use this phrase, but you have these coons and they all come in different shades and colors. Not only just black folks. And they kissing up to these people and they going into their community and say, hey, blah 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 blah. So it's just tribal, man. This ain't this is about survival, and so these people are about surviving. They're trying to survive. They don't want to go back to those poor countries, bro. They America, or other countries or whoever destroyed those countries. Those countries in bad shape, bro. They don't want to go back to that, and you can't blame them. I don't blame them. But they have messed up the black community. I can tell you that.
Well, I don't know about that, but anyway, we're at the end, brother. Man, I didn't just you just throw me a wrench here and everything that's heavy. I can't hardly carry it.
Well,
a heavy
people,
a heavy wrench you done
I'm
throw
gonna
me. I
say
can't even
this. This
carry
is
it.
my closing statement. I hope I didn't offend anyone. I ask you for your forgiveness in advance because I'm a realist, and I know that people are tribal. A lot of people are tribal. If you're not an individual or individualist, and then if you're not a person that believe in the promise of America, that all men are created equal. That's the promise of America. So take it for what you will, but like I said, there are people that just stick with their own kind, and we knew that in Chicago, man. It was like that in Chicago. What are you talking about? You had your Irish community, you had your Polish community, you had your Italian community, you had the Puerto Rican community, and you had your black community.
But you can. That's a different story there.
It's the same thing, bro. It's the same thing.
But we had back in '87, Harold Washington could not have made it to be the mayor of Chicago without some of those Hispanic votes. Could not have made it.
Well,
Could
I'm
not
not saying
without it.
every
It
Latino
could not have
is,
made it without
I'm
those
not
Hispanic
saying
votes.
every Latino is against democracy and against black people. I'm not saying that.
But you're saying that that's the thing that they're saying now that and I don't see that. I really don't. I'm trying to
Okay.
figure.
Well, all right.
Said you just threw me,
People are trying
and I'm
to
gonna have to,
prevent it.
I'm gonna have to run that around in my head and everything to see
Do
because
your research. Do
see,
your
'cause I can.
research.
I don't have to
Look
read
at your
it.
demographics,
I
man.
just want to throw this around in my head so I can
Look
see,
at your
and I can
demographics
can I
in
swallow that.
Texas. Look at your demographics in Texas. Look at your demographics in Florida. Look at your demographics in Arizona. And I'm telling you, they know how to
uh,
divide people.
well,
And we are a divided country right now, big time.
I'm gonna have to like I said, I'm gonna that you just don't know how that was like throwing cold water on the fire. Yeah, I couldn't I can't swallow that. I'm trying to recover from what you just said and try to figure out how am I gonna light this fire inside of me back up again, hearing what you just said. Anyway, I'm gonna be okay, folks. I'm gonna have to do a little bit more. I haven't done a lot of research there in my mind, and also going down into and look at those numbers and stuff there that are coming out of Texas and stuff as far as the election and stuff is happening, where all this shit came from. I was hoping that Roland Martin could be able to give me a pretty good idea because he lives in that state. He knows about the folks and stuff down there,
500,000
but
people,
they
black
but
people,
they
did not vote
I
in
understand that.
Houston.
I understand that. I understand that. I understand that, Ted.
That is not her fault.
I didn't say
Black
it
people
was her
did not
fault.
vote.
I'm I'm trying to figure out what the heck happened because I am Ted. I'm in her corner. I'm still in her corner. I don't give a shit. I don't want to see her get out of politics, and I know that's where she headed to. She headed back to going to make some daggone to be attorney and stuff, to pull some money in her pocket and leave these folks out
She
here high
already got
and
money,
dry.
bro. She ain't worried about no money. She got
Yeah,
money.
but she wants to get out there and make some money now. I know because she has not came out and said anything. So something going on there, and I think she's trying to get her regroup herself and everything to see what the heck she's going to happen. Because right now, in November, she's out of politics. She's done. She's done because she didn't run for. She ran for the Senate. She gave up her daggone seat there in Congress and stuff and everything. So she's out of politics. So I'm just saying that I hate to see her get out of politics because I think that we lost by if she does
Who
get
knows? She might run for governor.
well, that might be so, but the governorship is being ran and stuff right now. So it's November, they're gonna have a new governor. So she got 4 years and stuff in which to come back and run for that. But I don't know. It's just uh anyway, I'm just trying to get myself together because I haven't been able to stomach looking at them daggone numbers. And like I just said, I was hoping that Roland Martin would say something and everything to enlighten me. but I had to unsubscribe to that whore because he's an asshole. I just really he's a damn asshole. You know, somebody you ain't gotta he wants people to lick his ass, and ain't nobody gonna sit down there and lick Roland Martin's ass.
Come on, bro.
Because,
Roland
yes, it
Martin.
is. He did because
Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
what he did to her and everything. Man,
I'm
I
gonna say
thought
this.
that was the worst thing in the world he could have did to her to do
I'm gonna
what he
say
said.
this. I think that Roland Martin, and this is just my own opinion, I might be wrong on this. He probably got a lot of money from these Democrats to do what he did because they persuaded him that she was electable.
Then that's more than enough reason for me to unsubscribe to him. He's a dickhead. He gonna throw these people under the bus. I'm gonna call him a
Well,
I'm gonna call him
another thing too,
Samuel L.
Ed,
Jackson.
I'm not saying that he did that,
I'm
but
gonna
I'm gonna
call him
say this.
Samuel
Now,
L. Jackson. He go,
Ed, wait a minute, bro. Now, the thing is, she came into the race very late.
I know she did. I understand that.
And
Kid.
wait a minute, let me finish. He, according to what they say, I don't know if it's true or not, they claim that he had over 30,000 volunteers.
I understand that.
She didn't even have half that.
I understand that. Not even half the money.
So there you go.
I understand that. But still, she should have won that primary and then had a chance to build up her daggone folks.
Well, she would have won, and if black folks would have voted for her, we had enough votes for her to win.
That's okay, but I'm just saying, Ted, I need to absorb this in
so
my
you can
head
blame
and
anybody
everything.
all you want. Black people didn't vote for her.
I'm just saying that from what he said, Ted, I cannot
You can't
forgive
blame the
him.
Latinos.
I
You can't
cannot
blame
forgive him for what the hell he did and everything, telling him they
that
should have
woman.
called
Wait a
me.
minute, Ed.
You supposed to
Ed,
call
Ed,
me because I'm the man you're supposed to talk to. Fuck you.
Ed, that woman got over 1 million votes, the highest ever for any state representative.
I know that, Ted. I understand that she got a whole lot.
And she got in the race late.
She was the driving force behind the turnout that they had in the first damn place, which ain't gonna happen in November. That Tallarico ain't gonna drive nobody to the goddamn polls. I don't give a shit what the hell he got. In November, he ain't shit.
What'd you say?
And that's what I'm saying.
Hey, he got 1 million votes, but he might just get just the same amount of votes on it.
That's it, but he can't win the state with 1 million votes. That's all I'm saying. He ain't gonna win the Senate race with 1 million votes. That ain't gonna get it. In the general election, it ain't gonna get it. He's a weak ass. He's a weak sister. He cannot excite anybody, and he wouldn't have got all them if she hadn't got out there and excited people. That's all I'm saying. But anyway, I'm still in girlfriend's corner, man. I don't give a shit what they say. I'm not gonna let girlfriend down. I just feel bad and stuff for her and stuff at this point. And I'm just saying
she done, bro. She done.
We need her back in politics some kind of way and everything because she is a big goddamn loss if she doesn't stay in politics.
She done.
Big loss. She ain't gone. I don't believe she left. I don't believe she's gonna leave. I don't. I believe she's gonna get back there, gonna get herself back up together again, and she's gonna get some. I know she's calling all these folks around the country. These big time folks are calling her up and telling her, "Baby, please don't leave us like this." I know they are. She's too important and stuff and everything in politics right now, Ted. I'm telling you. Anyway, people, I'm sorry that I cussed that nigga out. I'm sorry, Roland. I cut your ass out, but you still a coon. Anyway, we gone. I'll see you guys.
Well, I like Roland.
Yeah, I don't like him. Fuck him. Bye.